Welcome everyone. Today I want to talk about cross-platform Java version manager that is called Jabba, and I hope I'm pronouncing it correctly. I came across with it a few days ago and I like the tool. As it says, it's a version manager inspired by NVM. And with regard to installation, it's a cross-platform, so you can use it Mac OS and Linux, and this is the installation for that. And for Windows, you need to copy this script in your PowerShell. Now I already copied it. By the way, if you have any problems with executing the script, I found this answer very helpful, which I will have in the description, obviously. And you basically need to enable execution of the script, and then you can obviously disable after you are done. So I'll have this question and answer in the description. If you have the same problems, maybe you will not. And this is the basic usage. So let me go to the terminal and let me show you. So assuming that we installed it, Jabba. So if you type Jabba, it should give something like this. So this means that it's installed, and it has some available commands. It's not an extensive tool. It's quite a small tool, so it doesn't have many commands. So we have install, uninstall, and let's start with Jabba ls. And as the description says, it will list all the versions that is installed through this tool, right? So it gave me OpenJDK 15 and it gave me OpenJDK 10. Now I installed those versions, I think yesterday, so that's why it gives me. Now if you obviously are using this thing first time, it will not list anything because firstly you have to install it. But before installing the Java versions, you firstly need to list remote versions here. So I will say Jabba ls remote, and it will list all the remote JDKs that is available to install. And as you can see, there are a lot. There are JDK from Zool, and OpenJDK, which I'm using, Graal VM, Amazon. So there is a lot of things here by different companies. I generally stick with OpenJDK. So let me actually copy this and install. Again, if I write Jabba, it tells me that if I want to install something, I need to use install command. So Jabba installed and OpenJDK 1.13 that I copied from that list. And it will start the downloading and it will install it. Now I will exit this because it takes some time. So where does it install it? That might be interested to know. So if I say Jabba ls, I know that it will list all the installed versions. And if I continued installing this 13, it will also be here. So if I copy this and I will say Jabba which and paste it here, it tells me where Jabba installs this OpenJDK 15. And if you pay attention, now this is my username, it creates a folder called .jabba and it installs all the versions there. Okay, so it has its own private folder that it just puts everything there. Okay, if you want to find out, you can go using File Explorer and you can check out this folder, obviously. Now, how can we use those versions, right? That's the thing that we want. We want to use it. There are two commands. So this current command, which displays currently used version, and this is the second command, use. So if I say Jabba current, we don't see anything. Why? Because currently we don't use any versions that is managed by this Jabba tool, right? How can we change this? Well, we can say Jabba use, and I'll just copy this. And if I say then Jabba current, it gives me that we're using 15 version. If if I say Java dash version, it should also tell me that we are using OpenJDK 15, right? So this is how you use a specific version that is installed by Jabba. Basically, you say Jabba use and specify the version that you have locally, not remotely, obviously. So firstly, you download it remotely and download locally, sorry, and then you can use it with this command. Now, one thing I want to stress, and I will open a new terminal here, is that the tool itself doesn't manage the Java versions globally. So this is actually specific to the terminal. And if I say Java version here, you will see that while it's using OpenJDK version 11, but here we have version 15. So what's going on, right? And if I say even, if I print env, and this is how we print a environment variable in PowerShell, Java home points to these the Java and blah blah blah, right? So it's very different from this version, this path. Sorry. So we have .java folder here. We don't really have .java folder here. So what's going on? The thing is that the Java version manager manages the versions in the scope of a single terminal. So locally, it doesn't manage it globally. This is the version that I installed globally. Basically, I downloaded it manually and put it in my environmental variable list. So let me actually show you. So as you can see, I have Java home here, which points to Java 11, so this version. So you can view this as a global version of Java, right? Which is in my list of environmental variables. But if you want to override in the scope of a single terminal, you can use this Java version manager tool, right? So if I say here, for example, basically the same thing, env, env, and then Java home, it points to the Java version that we used because it overrode this default global Java version, right? Now you can completely forget about setting things globally, and you can stick to this Java fully. But I generally prefer to have one version globally. In this case, it's OpenJDK 11. And if I want to override for specific terminal, I then use Java. Okay. All right. I hope you enjoyed the video. Thanks for watching, and I'll see you in the next one.